What is up, guys? Control here, and today I am bringing you a video on a cool deck called Cube Block. This one has been nerfed quite recently, changes to Dark Back, but, you know, in Wild, don't really care, because you don't need to play. I said nerf to Dark Back, but that also includes, like, Possess Lackey, right? The cards in Standard that really matter for this deck. I might actually want to just do this for now. It's probably correct. Dark Pact does matter because you lose a fair amount of healing, but fortunately you make up for it with cards like Spellstone and Rotten Applebomb and Wild. We also have Mal'Ganis as well, which is like a form of healing, I guess. It makes you immune, so it forces removal. Not always removal in the form of damage. Sometimes it's single target hard removal, AoE hard removal, but it usually does end up healing you. But nonetheless, this is a great deck created by Dean. I think he finished like top 5 on NA just like 4 or 5 hours ago with it. So I decided I'd try and give it a spin. I really like the builds of Q-Block that focus around Sense Demons and Skull of the Minari. I like that a lot, and also the ability to play Voidcaller kind of just leads to degenerate stuff happening. And I mean, as you can look at this deck, I mean, it's basically just a pile of really, really good cards that are just very, very strong. You know, allow you to have a lot of cool combos popping off, and dumping on your opponents, basically, regardless of what deck they're playing usually. Some issues may arise against really fast decks if you don't get some early answers like Defile, Hellfire, Spellstone, stuff like that, or even Voidcaller into Void Lord. And one thing you will see from these Warlock decks is nobody really runs Sackback anymore because there's not a lot of Giant Selects on ladder anymore, so it doesn't really do too much. Because, you know, the reason you would run Sackback before is because in mirror matchups it was really good. But Warlock's a little bit less prevalent than it was before due to the nerfs, so it's not as good. So Dark Pact ends up making a return. And this deck specifically, because you would run both before, sometimes like 2 Dark Packs, 1 Sack Pack. But now you just run the double Dark Pack because you need to activate the cube, right? It's not just about Sack Packing your Void Caller or, you know, your Void Lord to play around Silence or anything like that. It's about Dark Packing the cube so then your combo goes off. So that's always really important. But yeah, the deck is really strong. I got a lot of new tools like Godfrey in it, and Applebomb is one of the more interesting cards that I actually like a lot because it kind of ends up making up for a lot of the healing that's missed from Dark Pack. Because I mean, 4 plus 4 is 8, right? So when Applebomb, when Dark Pack go off, and you know you get the full healing basically. So yeah, that's basically the deck. Pretty sweet and definitely very powerful. If you want to talk about OP decks in this format, this is up there for sure. With one of the most, what I would call degenerate cards that should be nerfed or changed, Voidcaller. This card really just enables strategies that shouldn't happen. In my opinion, I don't think you should be able to have a 9-drop Voidlord or Mal'Ganis come out on turn 4 or 5. It's the same thing with Naga Sea Witch, same thing with Barnes. This creates mana cheat, which is really bad for the game and just super unhealthy for everyone involved in playing it. Because it kind of creates a metagame where you have to, you know, play those cards or just get shit on. And it's not that fun to just rely on mana cheat to win, in my opinion, because it kind of negates a lot of strategies that could make Wild a lot of fun. But in this deck, this video, I'm gonna kind of showcase how powerful this card specifically can be, especially with tutor effects like Sense Demons and effects that kind of pull other big demons out of your hand, like Skull and Minari. Anyways, that's a lot of rambling. Let's play some games. Sounds like fun.
Gul'dan versus Nemsy.
I really don't like Nemsy. I don't have the hero portrait, and I just do not like the card. I think Librarian's fine to keep. I want to pitch everything else, though. It's just Cycle and a 2-drop, that's all. This is a good card. I like having this card in my opening hand. It turns out Skull is just very, very good in this deck. Believe it or not. Yeah. Skull is a strong card in this deck. Play the Golden Boy first. Skull is another strategy that allows you to mana cheat as well. I know I was talking about Voidcaller a lot. Problem with Voidcaller is that it's a 2-of and a minion as well. It doesn't really have too much counterplay outside of having to run Spellbreakers and stuff, and even in that case, they still get their big boys out. Skull also happens a lot less consistently. It's kind of like Barnes in that way. And it doesn't always win you the game because it also requires the follow-up cards as well. But it has the same kind of synergy with Sense Demons and stuff, and just lets you kind of win when you get it online. It's a very normal card and a problem card in Standard. So if I tap, I'm going to overdraw. I can just do this. could even argue that I should just hold it. I don't think you'd necessarily be 100% wrong. If I play Doomsayer here, then what happens is he can play Woodcaller and activates his card to get whatever demon he wants, and I don't really want to give him that. So yeah. I don't like to give him a 9-drop on turn 4 for no reason. Which he'll probably be doing. Yeah, so he played around that, which is good. Let's do the Scully Skull. Scully Skull. I'm trying to get better with my mouse clicking stuff. I have a lot of bad habits where I like to like click sometimes when I'm thinking a lot. I'm a pretty fidgety person when I'm deep in thought, and I do this a lot. I was reading some of my YouTube comments and people really don't like it when I do that at all.
There is a method to my madness.
People are basically just like, you know, Control's a good player, but his mouse movements and all that kind of stuff are really fucking annoying. And I wish other people played Wild so I could watch them instead. I always find that kind of stuff funny. I think just Tempo Apple Bomb's fine. Whatever. It's not great. Not really doing anything. I don't like just cubing. It's kind of eh. Fidgety. Yes, Fidgety Falcon. Fidgety. Yes, I do fidget sometimes. See, whenever I was in like high school or uni taking tests, I was always just like this, dude. Like I always had my hand on my head and I was just like deep in thought, like what the fuck, dude. Going back and forth with my pen. Shredder. Looks like we're playing against Reno Lock. Should be good Magic Press. Get a lot of value that he doesn't. Smash the tap button. One, two, three. Miss the 4. Could hit it on this. I mean, I could just Defile. One. Oh no, I can't Defile. My bad. Because I don't have the 2. Defile will pop that. Put that at 1. Put this at 1. Put that at 3. Defile Hellfire is the thing, I guess, but it's not very good. Let's tap. Godfrey's a card. Godfrey is a card. Yeah, it's the whole MOBA thing. I definitely agree with that, dude. Playing League of Legends a lot does make you click a ton, and that makes sense with like MOBA RTS. Because what you're playing, the whole time when you're thinking playing League of Legends, you're clicking a ton as well. I might just do this, to be honest. It's not very good. It does something, though. I don't really care if this dies, I don't get anything from it. Kind of just whatever. Alright, dude, I'm ready for the double Kazakis, double Reno. You know, at least this is good. I don't have music on, so, I mean, if he gets a really good card copied, then at least this will be good content for YouTube. So, let's see how hard the Archmage can bend control over. Oh, Faceless! That's pretty hard, actually. Believe it or not, that's quite hard, guys. That is quite hard. Oh, man. Wow. That is something. That is definitely something here, guys. Oh, man. Well, what is the way to beat that? Can Godfrey... It's 1, 2, I don't have a 3. I can attack twice and it's a 3.
So many possibilities.
I mean, Godfrey's a clear. I'm not tapping those, so that's kind of like off. All we know is that this card needs to die. I feel like Godfrey can definitely get better, is the problem. I could just leave him with like 1/1s, and I don't want to Defile Hellfire. I could just play like a Doomsayer. Gives me a good dirty rat, I guess.
As you command. That was a mistake.
That should be fine. I feel like Godfrey can just get stronger. The problem is, like, it's only good when I'm behind on board, and that was, like, one of the few times when I should be behind on board. Depending on what my draw is like, obviously. Also, Skull will trigger first before the Doomsayer, so if he clears it, like, I don't really care if Void Caller is gone because I have Skull up. Not a big deal. But the way that the interaction works is because Skull was played before Doomsayer, Skull will trigger the Void Caller, and then I won't be able to do anything because it just gets pulled and cleared. And he'll get info on my hand. A little bit late Mal'Ganis, it's okay though. I'll take it. Really good with Cube in hand. Really, really good to have this next turn. So I need to tap here and look for either Umbra or Dark Pact. Perfect. Play the rock card. This next turn I pull Mal'Ganis, and I just cube Dark Pact, and then I get 2 Mal'Ganis, and then he'll faceless one of them. We don't really give a shit about that though. So he gets 2, I get 3, and then my Gul'dan just gets way better. That's basically it. I'll have 8 demons in play though by the time that I play Gul'dan, which makes it kind of weird because we got 4 from the Void Caller, 1 Void Lord, 3. We got 1 Void Caller, 1 Void Lord, 3 Void Walkers, and then 3 Mal'Ganis. So it's not guaranteed to be 3 Mal'Ganis, but I get 2 for sure, assuming I don't play any other demons. Which is outside of my control because... Outside of my control, haha. Because I am playing... Skull. But because of looking at his hand when he played the Faceless, I could tell that he got that copy from Archmage. The Argol, the Mage Legendary. So we still know that he has the second Faceless in hand. That's basically the read there. Looking at your opponent's hand isn't always relevant, but in cases like that it is. So, tap. Yeah, I mean, we don't take damage. I want cards. I don't think fatigue really matters because we're going to be pressuring really hard soon. Could argue it's also unnecessary to do that, but I think it's fine. So this, and that's lethal on board, so that's good. Did the mic slide down? I do not know. If you guys have any feedback on the microphone, let me know as well, because I'm just testing it out in today's stream. I don't know if I want to bring my studio mic with me to Germany or not. So I am, yeah, open to any feedback about it. I mean, if you guys don't like it, just tell me. Another sucks, but it is what it is.
Very useful.
Gul'dan is always broken now. Give me Gul'dan. Tap, tap, tap. Thank you, Blizzard. Ben Broad always looking out for your boy Control. And you know, it's just you know, stay blessed, fam. Stay blessed.
Blood and shadow.
So he gets 1 daddy. It's really not that good for him, to be honest. He used to play Kazakus either, which makes it kind of awkward. Well, let's get the big boys. Only got 1. I only got 2 actually. Potentially even 1, depending on how lucky you got. We got 3 I could trade though. Okay, man. So the 2 minions that are left of the fucking... Oh, it's so rough, dude. Both of the other Mal'Ganis, or Mal'Gani, were left out of the Gul'dan res. 8 minions in the pool. The 6 that I got are everything other than my good cards. It's quite funny. Quite funny. It's really not. It's kind of sad, but, you know. No reason to cry when you can laugh. Shit happens. I mean, if anything, it just makes the game a little bit more interesting, right? Let's actually pull up the deck list. I want to go look at Dean's Twitter to see what exactly I'm missing as far as cards that are drawn. So we haven't picked up Thorson. We haven't picked up Lich King. That's going to be big. We haven't picked up Umbra either, or Sense Demons. We have a Dark Pact. The second Defile. We're missing Dark Pact, 1 Apple Bomb, I think. Thorson, Sylve, Lich King, 1 Void Daddy. That's 6, so I'm missing 2. Well, I'm missing 1. I might have not counted Dark Pact there. I don't remember. Okay, into Godfrey. That's fine. Why not do that first? Did it change anything if you did that first? It's like a Void Caller was the last one. Okay. So, this full trading is off. I don't really want to though. I think going face is important. This is Spellstone. He has to trade. I still have my Godfrey too, which is really good. And we're only 3 cards behind, which is nice. Yeah, next turn's probably my N'Zoth turn. You're right though. N'Zoth before Kazakis is pretty important. For sure. I can't do anything fancy with this. I kind of want to, but it's just like... It's a lot of pressure though. Like the thing is, like I wanted to wait for this, but it's just like... Like I could just play it, but it doesn't really do too much. Give him the bop and the boop. 3 daddies is good. Just an awkward board to deal with for him overall, which is nice. Below and Cube are really nice to get back. The difference between 3 and 4 attack actually really adds up fast. Yeah, the Emperor thing makes sense because then you can go like Sylve, Cube plus Dark Pact with
So many bloody decisions.
with the discounts. Even if you only hit 2 of them, you can still do it because like Cube is 4, then Sylve is 5. So Thorson's gonna be like a really big turning point. Thing is, he's kind of out of value in his deck though. He's still got shit like Faceless, so he can copy a 3/9. But it's gonna be the same thing. Like if I pick up like a Dark Pact or something, I just steal one of them, and it doesn't really matter. It's fine. So we gotta do the combat where you slap each other back and forth for 20 years. Regular stuff. So in full boards like this, number 1 priority is always to just clear. That's pretty good too. I can only kill 1 though, so it doesn't really do anything.
To the void.
It's to kill the daddies though, because if you kill the daddies, then they don't get value. And daddies not getting value is nice. We don't like it when the daddies get value. So we want to kill the daddies as fast as possible, because then they only pull one of these bad boys. So we go boom boom, hero power, boom boom, and then some other shit. Seems fine though. Boom boom, hero power, boom. Boom. Give him the bop, give him the bop.
I must feed.
I mean, I don't really need to do anything. I don't think that I cube a Void Lord. Cubing something without popping, it's just actively bad for me because, again, we know he has second Faceless, so he can Faceless my cube. And then seal my shit, too. How about Defender of Argus through Jade Spirits and even Shaman? Both are quite bad, don't really do anything. You don't need Argus in that deck ever. Even Shaman is like fairly well optimized in everything above like 4-drop slot. You can argue whether you want like 2 Shredders or if you want 2 Totem cards. I think, but it's like kind of the 2-drop slot that I think you can argue about. Like a lot of people are still running like Direwolf and Jugglers. I personally don't think they're that good, but you know, to each their own. The question is like, what are the good replacements? And the answer is kind of like, I mean, it's probably why some people run them, which is fine. Again, I haven't really played too much even Shaman because the deck to me is just very dull and boring. But you know, that's the way it goes. Playing OP decks is fun to figure out what cards are good in them. For me, that's why I like playing really powerful decks, is because I like to figure out what cards are super strong in them. It's always my reason for that. I don't know why he doesn't hear power first. Wait, I didn't actually look at the numbers. Maybe he couldn't have. That's my bad. That's always the case. Maybe like he just couldn't have hero powered first. Let's read one. I don't overdraw. Probably just like dump Spellstone next turn. We'll see that. It's impact. Terrible. Absolute trash. Unplayable. Frostmourne is kind of what we wanted now. Get rid of this crappy weapon and get a new good one. Is kind of what the strategy was there, but it's all good. Get Thorson ordered 3 times and can always play that. You could really argue the taps that I made for those couple of turns weren't very good. And we're almost at the point where we're not really winning now because he has Kazakus soon, and when he gets that with Bran, you're gonna be in deep shit. Deep shit, because he'll be able to just straight up go ahead, poly all my stuff, and then I won't have any pressure to win with. It's fine. Shadow Flame, Hero Power. Well, the cube's not bad now on this, so I can just like Umbra Cube the Lich King for pressure. I overdraw Thorson. I think that's probably fine. It's just like a strong play here. I need pressure to win, and this is pressure. So, I mean, you know. Again, occasionally I have Frostborn. It's really strong. But this is just good. Yikes. I would assume that the Lich King has the same chance of dropping every card. Yeah. I think that it's just like a 1 out of whatever. Obliterate's okay. It's actually like a Dark Pact with Sylph in this, so it's actually a pretty good card. Or it's just lethal. See you later, Alligator. Let me just check. That is 7 plus... Yep, so I do this. Cool play. Sylvanas obliterates. Oh, that doesn't even matter. Just Sylvanas. Yeah, I'm being stupid. Good game though. Yeah, the Lich King living was pretty big at the end actually. Shit. Good stuff. Thing with like Umbra and Sylv though is like I was always gonna get value from the cards, so it was always gonna be good. Cool game though.